Hey guys, and welcome to World of Tanks. I'm HighFlyer15 and we are in a subscriber replay. We are here with Bomba and he is driving in his T71. Why are we already watching a subscriber replay video again? Well, we had a heartbreaking carry video the other day and I just thought that it left a very sour taste in my mouth watching both of those very close games, and them not ending in a very good fashion. So today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite maps in the entire game. We are on Ensk and I just love this map. It's open on the right a little bit and then it's city on the left and just completely open straight lines down the middle. I really like this map design. I enjoy playing it and I enjoy watching replays on it. So today we're going to take a look at that. First up, he is just going to sit here right in the open in front of, how many tanks is that? 5? 4? Oh dear god. He could have been annihilated right there, but he did get one good shot in on one tank, which, well, is worth it. No, not really, but he's gonna go flank as these guys are pushing hard into the middle and they're sitting there with a little bit of support of the Panther. I'm gonna say something right now and he's going to put auto aim on this Panther and gonna go back and forward, back and forward. When you find an enemy that's just completely oblivious and looking in some other direction, just sit still and just plant some shells into him. He would have been able to hit, or at least not bounce one of those shots if he just sit still. Of course, there was the enemy T71 right there in front of him too, but he didn't fire one single shot, so I think he was reloading. If the shots were coming from him too, sure, I would have understood why you were going back and forward, but going back and forward on a tank that just sits still, nah, no need to do that at all. Just sit still, take your time, aim, hit those critical spots like the engine. Maybe try and set the enemy on fire with these fast firing small tanks. He's gonna do it again with the auto load or auto aim and miss twice as he's coming around. If you're on the move and you have a tank that has just enough HP to kill with the, oh, he gets the fire. If you have a tank that has just the amount of HP left that you have in your drum, don't fire on the move. Get to a good position and then just start firing at him. Make him miss or fire or shoot at someone else like he did, and then just go in there and finish him off. If he hadn't put him on fire, he would have to deal with that tank afterwards, which would have been a little bit of a pain. Oh, get stuck on the track there. We're learning stuff while we're watching subscriber replays. Ain't that nice? He is going to go into the city instead of into the cap zone. As we can see, there's plenty of tanks that are very low HP. So I think that's why he did it, because the people are telling them to cap in the chat. Oh my god, an ISU comes around the corner. He could have killed him very easily. Oh, didn't have the BL-10 as we can see on the wreck. Just gonna zoom in here and take out a VK4502B. Sad, he could, what was he sitting there for? He was just sitting there looking somewhere. Spots an AMX 5120, also very low on HP, but decides to take the reload instead of going for him as he really couldn't see him. He didn't have a shot. But as we can see here, the ISU is fighting against the, oh, IS-3 coming back to decap, but he gets taken out by the WZ 120. So no worries there, but it's still only the WZ capping, and now there's an IS-8 as well, almost full HP. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. But the other two tanks are very low in HP, so he can just go straight down the city and come out right on the butt of the E75, but he decides to go right instead, and then left, and then right. This is a problem with not knowing the maps. As you can see here, there's no way of getting out here. It's like a little city block. You have to go straight through them. He could have gotten right around the E75 and actually killed him, but instead the AMX 5120 is ready for him, and he does get the kill there, and then sadly uses the repair kit on his track. which would have been done in like 3 seconds instead of using it on the engine. Also, a small critical error there, but we all make mistakes, but it's not gonna come back and haunt him that he doesn't have the engine, but using it on a track when you're all alone is very questionable. It's never a good idea. I'm trying to do that less and less myself. If I get hit by Artie, I usually just go, fix my track, but no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't fix your track right after being hit by Artie, unless there's other Arties and you know they're also shooting at you. But Bombard decides to go down the middle street here. He is not fully loaded, but almost, and he can certainly take out that E75. He's currently being held up by a Panzersoufflé, as people call them. You can also just call them Panzerselbstfallafette 4 or 5. That is a 5, and it just takes out the Panzerselbstfallafette before he comes around the corner to be able to help. He's gonna poke out here, not really looking. He just knows the IS-8 is there. ISU is coming around the corner, and let's just check here. He's right there. He's trying to side scrape, and oh, doesn't get the shot off. Just completely annihilated. He could have ended the game right there, but instead, get ready for some funsies. Yeah. Well, first up, going down this middle path is also a no-no. Especially if you don't have an engine. If the IS-8 was clever, he could have rushed right out here and he would have had a clear line of fire. You couldn't really be able to like swirl enough for him to miss. Well, maybe, but I wouldn't count on it. At least he gets out of there scot-free, and we're actually just going to increase the speed here as he's gonna jump straight into a defensive mode. He's gonna go right up here and sit in some bushes. A very good idea. A very good idea if there wasn't so many buildings down there, which blocks out the view from the city. But if the IS-8 decides to go past here, he would get spotted, and he would be able to just sit in the bush and let the IS-8 roll past, and then he could shoot him in the side and maybe kill him, but you never know. Maybe gone sit in a bush here, then you could have spotted if stuff was coming in here, but it's a very good idea anyways. Go and sit in a bush and just use that camouflage to your advantage and make the enemy make the mistakes. Be able to see what he's doing is a very good idea. Gonna speed it up a little bit again because he's gonna sit here while the IS-8 suddenly decides, oh, I'm gonna go and cap. It's a good idea for the IS-8 because this little demon could go and actually win by just getting around him. So capping and setting up in a defensive position for him is also a very good idea. They both had the same idea, but the IS-8 just had the added win condition if the T-71 didn't show up. He's gonna show his butt here. It's not a very good idea as the his engine is damaged, so he can't get forward fast enough. If the IS-8 decides, oh, he just very lucky there. He's gonna take the shot, bounce the lower plate. He's gonna go for the tracks just to decap. But now he has the lower plate. Thank you very much, and we got the decap. 3 shells left in the magazine is enough to finish off the IS-8 if he doesn't bounce, or if it doesn't get soaked by the Space Storm. Now this is a very dangerous tango. It's just gonna sit there, roll out and roll back. This is a very, very dangerous strategy, and I do not advise doing it. But the IS-8 does miss. It's very, very lucky. Didn't scratch him, but he did damage the tracks, which was enough. But now he doesn't have enough to kill him, so he has to reload and run away. And we're gonna do that. He's gonna run away. He's gonna get spotted somewhere. The IS-8 somehow spotted him instead of... Oh, IS-8 spots him again and just misses. But we're gonna do this because this is what he's just gonna do. He's gonna run away, which is a good idea. But then the IS-8 is like, I ain't gonna chase you. You're a light tank. I'm a heavy tank. I'm gonna go back and cap. And then he caps. And it's like, oh shit. Gotta go back. Broken engine. Full magazine though. That's 6 shells. He only needs 3 to penetrate. There we go. IS-8 sitting right there in the cap zone. Bounces. Oh god. IS-8 decides not to move. And takes 2 shots to the side. What a weirdo. What a weirdo. I don't know if you can see him actually. But he does have a shot. Yeah, IS-8 decides to move right at the right second. That's, I think that was some sixth sense triggering right there. And now he's just in a very good position as he can shoot back, he can penetrate. Oh, he gets tracked. And there we go. Reload time again. Let's speed it up while we reload. He's gonna get closer just to see if he can get that shot. The IS-8 has put himself out there. He's gonna bounce on the side, bounce on the turret. The IS-8 is just, where the hell was he looking? He could have gotten the kill right there. That was weird. He started looking down the middle to his own base. That's just weird. 4 shells left. 42 seconds left on the clock. IS-8's gonna roll out there. No, I'm not gonna show you that. Nope. Nope. He can't cap now, so he has to do something. And he does. He dies. Bam! There we go, finally. Oh my god. What a drawn out game. Holy crap. Anyways, let's take a look at the score and why this was a very good game for him. And as we can see, this is what you get for such a nail-biting game against an IS-8 in the end on Ensk. You got Ace Tanker, obviously, because he did get 1533 base XP, no premium, so the score does seem quite low, doubled, but it's actually not. He also got the All-X medal for destroying 3 or more enemy tanks 2 tiers above you, which were the, well, quite a lot of them actually. The AMX 5120, the E75, the IS-8, the VK, and yep, that's it. Top Gun and Defender for getting 194 base capture points, defense points, thingy-majiggers. That's a lot. And damage caused with your assistance, 666. The devil. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next game, which is also on Ensk, but we're gonna see a lot more action on this one. Take it away, Christian. Thanks, Christian, and we're gonna jump straight into the action here as this player, Infinity Wolfie, in his 121, is having some internet problems. As we can see, he has 999 ping, and suddenly, swoop, bam, he's in the game, and his internet connection stabilizes, and he's gonna roll away from the tier 9 Jagdtiger that's just gonna sit there and was actually, it looks like he was using him as hull down cover, which is pretty clever if you have an AFK tank and you need to be sitting out there, but still pretty weird waking up to someone using you for something you don't want to be used for. So we can see he does not have very good repair speed on his tank. It was 12 seconds until those tracks were fixed again, so he decided to use that repair kit and get rolling again. E3 comes around the corner and just puts one straight into the face of the object 62A. And he gets a free present there in the AMX 1390, coming straight into his face. Oh, missing some sound files there for the incoming shell from the T62A. But this dude doesn't know how to side-scrape, because this, my friends, is not side-scraping. Bam, right into the side. This is not side-scraping, my friend. It's not side-scraping. So we can see the tracks got blown off once again, and that was a long wait to get rolling again. But as we can see, a lot of tanks are coming in on the left side. He's gonna go here and flank to the left, or the right, sorry, left on the map, right here on the buildings. It's quite a lot of tier 10s and a couple of tier 2s, tier 9s, you dumbass. Wake up, Christian. Christian, wake up. He's gonna put one into the T30 there, and T54 E1 looks like he's reloading. He lets the E3 puts a shell into him, and then he just lets it rip right in his face. We can see here the gun on the 122 does have 440 damage, the highest out of all medium tanks in the game. So there's a reason to be playing this tank if you really like guns that go boom. It does a lot of damage. E3 comes around the corner and takes out the T30, and then the medium tank here is just gonna go, nope, no, don't really want to fight against those heavy tanks. I'm just gonna put in one into the medium tank, and then I'm gonna F off to fight some heavy tanks up here instead. Tier 9 E75 is right here, gets shot right in the side. Pretty average, low roll there. E75 is doomed right here. Puts one into his side, just below average. And an STI is coming in to the back there. I'm going to steal the quote from Jingles, and I'm going to keep calling it an STI because STI don't give a fuck. That's the funniest reason to call it that I've ever heard. Why do you call it that? Because STI don't give a fuck. Welcome back. We lost the broadcast signal there for just a second, and we're gonna come back right into the action with a roadkill. He's gonna ram this poor T-71 right in the butt. And we're back with a new broadcast signal because now we have improved sounds. Well, not improved, just more frightening and bam bam sounding. It's gonna hit the IS-7 in the track twice in a row, because this IS-7's repair speed is just a little bit faster than his actual reload speed, so he was able to get away. This E75 is still alive. Are you kidding me? Oh well, I guess he was just waiting to provide the kill for Infinity Wolfie. It's gonna come around here. The STI, don't give a fuck, is right here in the corner. We can't really see where he's looking, but now we can. He's looking at the... what was that? I can't see what it is. Oh, there's the E3 and the... something else. It's just the E3? Alright. He was just aiming at the E3. Good. Fair enough. Did we just see a wreck? I thought I just saw a wreck move. Anyways, IS-7 versus FV-115B is gonna come around here and just bam! Get another kill. He's already up to 6 kills and 5.5k damage in less than 5 minutes. 4.5 minutes because he came into the game very late. Can you do better? I dare you! I dare you too! Anyways, the FV-115B is like, but I reload in 6.5 seconds and I could have gotten the... No, he's not like that. He's just happy for the tank. It started out, it almost looked like he was going to whine about not getting the kill, because he could have gotten the kill very fast, 6.5 seconds. But he actually he's just very happy about his tank, because it is a very good tank. It reloads really fast. But Infinity Wolfie, I'm getting all effed up by that Y in his Infinity. I'm like, what? Infinity Wolfie rolls around and goes up to take out the enemy artillery installation. Up here, it's not really an installation as it's mobile, but whatever. He's gonna go up here and try and take it out. High roll and he's dead. Nope, it was an average roll, and he fakes out the arty. Very nice. Why did he go back? Oh god! Oh god! He nearly took a shot right to the side there. But the T-71 rolls in and takes away his 7th kill. So he stays at the top gun. He could have gotten that kill, but just like he came in on the FV-215B, that T-71 just came in just to snatch it out of his reach. T-57 down here. See if he can get that kill. He is totally oblivious and he gets the kill. Very awesome. 7 kills. That's awesome. See if he can get in here and defend. Nope. That's too slow at saying that. He just takes a snapshot right there. Almost a snapshot. He didn't aim that much on this object. And the object, will he get away? Nope. He did not get away. That was a very daring shot, but whatever. He penetrated him. And then E5 is going to come rolling around the corner here. Does he have enough HP to just deal with him? Well, maybe. But he bounced that one. And then Yaktiga is like, 8 kills, bravo, now we lost because idiot don't help out on base. Well, excuse me, but he did go and take out an artillery. It's not really his fault that the rest of the team couldn't keep up. He actually has 8 kills. He's been doing quite a lot. And it seemed like the Yaktiga decided to cap for a little bit, but moved through the cap zone instead. Now he knows that he's coming for him instead of just capping. So whenever you're trying to like flank the enemy and be smart, don't go through cap zones. Stay away from cap zones as much as possible because it shows you exactly where you are. It shows exactly where you are. He has to get a very high roll on this E5. Oh, Yaktiga sticking out there. I'll take that kill. And now, oh my god, almost a minute and a half later, the object goes, gold, 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 noob. Well, whatever. It's a tier 10, he probably would have penetrated. Anyways, with the way that you were sitting, of course it was a snapshot, so the shot had higher probability of penetrating, but still. See, oh my god, he peeks out like a little pancake. And oh my god, and doesn't get the penetration. Oh lord, he was set on fire. Bonks into the house there. Oh, almost shows his side. Does penetrate on that shot. And the E5 does not have faster reload now. And is taken out. God, like 10 kills. That's really not something you see every day, so let's jump to the scores. Christian? Thanks, Christian, and here we can see the score, which is just amazing. It's really good. He has 108,000 credits earned, and of course the Ace Mastery Badge for that game, and 2,359 XP earned. He got the Pools Medal for getting the 10 kills, and the Top Gun just looking a little poopy down there. I don't know why you get the medal, even though you get the epic medal too. It's weird. It's weird. He got 8,523 damage, 10 kills, and 1,573 base XP. Here are the more elaborate stats if you want to see them. Not exactly 666 damage assistance, but you can't have everything. Hope you enjoyed, guys. I've been Half-Life 15. I'll see you next time.